I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Happy Sunday, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days, where we give you a full dish of this week's episodes of NBC's Emmy Award-winning #1 hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by my usual gaggle of gals, celebrating 5 years of being an on-air camera host. It's my chocolate twin.
I'm back, bitches. And 5 years I've been here, bitches. And I'm James Harrison Lott Jr. And thank you, Tony Moore, for getting my start here at AfterBuzz TV.
Well, thank you, bitches, for being here.
Thank you, bitches.
And of course, bum, 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 bum.
Hi, everyone. Chelsie Overocker.
Yes.
And of course, pretty in pink.
Aw. Hi, everyone. Tami Goveia.
Yay! And if you are watching live on our podcast, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're listening to Apple Podcasts, hello, podcasters. Hello. Give us a rating of 5 stars and also leave a comment. Leave a comment. Rate. Leave a comment. Rate and leave a comment.
Click and leave a comment.
Yes.
Wash the dishes and leave a comment.
Oh, also, if you're watching us live, click like, or Ryan, our engineer, will remind you for the next hour to click like.
That's right.
While you're watching. So make sure
like,
you
y'all.
do that. Hit that like, and also, if you're watching this later, hit like and comment. If you are a lover of soaps, make sure you tune into our other soap opera after shows. We have The Restless Wrap for Young and the Restless, and GH Report for General Hospital. And just before us, we had the Bold Breakdown.
Yeah.
When Sean Kanan was on.
Awesome.
Yes, he gave great stories
Oh my
about some soap
gosh.
people. Great stories about Hollywood. So.
Ooh, I love behind the scenes.
Some tea. He gets
Yes,
some tea. He
you
gets
know
some
I
tea.
loves all the tea.
All the tea.
Also, just a quick reminder, if you've seen us on our social media, we keep reminding you guys that next month in LA, March 21st, we are celebrating our 5-year anniversary. So make sure you come out. It's going to be held at the Burbank Marriott. We have stars like Scott Shillstone, who was Wyatt, Stacey Hyduke, Eric Martzoff, Billy Flynn,
Jen
Lilly, Paul Telfler, a whole slew of people. Come and celebrate with us. Tickets are on sale now at SpectrumCelebrityEvents.com.
We got cocktails and we got brunch.
Yes.
Right?
Cocktails and brunch.
Cocktails and brunch.
Cocktails
Let's
and brunch.
do it.
So come on out, listen, and don't say this whole thing of like, oh, come to our area. It's in LA. So get a ticket. Come on over, say hello, hang out with your day stars, and we'll all be there.
I'm going to be there.
Including Mark J. Freeman.
Yeah.
So
What?
come on out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to be there.
All right, so what did we think of this week's episodes of Days? James?
I thought it was very full of drama and comedy, just like Tony Moore Jr. Full of drama and comedy. There you go. As you would say, you tried it.
Didn't miss a beat.
Nope.
She didn't miss a beat.
Sorry, Chelsea. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. Finally, everything is coming out
Ah.
this week.
Yeah.
Took forever,
I
it felt like.
so. See, y'all were like last week is wah 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 wah, and this week they were like wake up, and they were like pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
I felt like Mary J. Blige dancing, just like whoa, like what is going on? There's a lot of information and a lot of stuff unraveling.
Reveals
Yeah.
and trickery.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
James Bond Jr., are you gonna make it during this show?
I love it. Oh my God, I love it.
All right, so let's break it down. It's now time to start
Dishin' Days.
Ta-da!
There you go.
Do you want a mint chocolate chip? You sure?
No, listen, y'all. I already done broke my diet today. I wasn't supposed to have it. Oh, that one looked good though.
That was
Oh,
good.
you want this one?
No,
Chelsea, this is
You
mint
have it.
chocolate.
I know, I should
seriously.
try
That
that.
mint
Not
chocolate
now,
one
and then
looks
take
good.
it
It's
for
good.
later. Eat
Okay.
it later.
She one for later.
Maybe we'll do half-seas, or maybe I'll have half
cut it
of
in
this
half. Do it in
cookie
half.
or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have something. Whatever. All right, so let's start off with the first storyline, the switch of all switches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stevano and Hattie. First of all, all right, Miss Hattie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She played Marlena real good.
She did.
She was
Well, she had
good.
plenty of. She's done before.
She had years of experience.
Yeah, exactly.
But I had no idea, and actually, while it was happening, I wondered if Deidre Hall knew, because maybe a certain part of the script, maybe it said Marlena.
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Yeah, good
and
question.
then it goes Hattie, and she's like, got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I always wonder when they're playing these dual roles.
No pun intended.
If when they're playing these dual roles, if like, just so they can be in the mindset, it's like just say Marlena or
Good
just
question.
say Gina, you know, or say Steven or I mean Patch, you know.
you're right.
So that way they're like they can just play themselves
Just be
and
in that
not
moment.
themselves as them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about y'all, I had no idea that it was Hattie.
Yeah, leading up to it, I had no idea there was Hattie. It was it was Marlena.
Yeah.
I mean, literally until that last episode a couple weeks ago, when all of a sudden, like,
when Hattie when Stevano went in for the kiss, and then it was like, "What are you doing?" And then she went,
okay. Yes,
you know? I was like, "Now wait a minute,
that's not Marlena.
That's not Marlena.
because Marlena just got some."
But let's
saw that.
Let's talk about when Stevano realizes what's going down. There was a moment that I had to stop, videotape, so that we could air it because I literally laughed out loud. It was and I wondered if it was in the script. Going back to like, how much does the actor know or not?
Yeah.
So this moment.
Yes, it's always been Roman. Always been Roman. You're not Marlena, are you? Are you?
Here it comes.
Oops.
Was that in the script or was that?
No, I know.
That was brilliant.
Oops.
Oops. He knows it's Hattie now.
Yeah.
That's not Marlena.
I love when she transitions out of Marlena to Hattie. Her eyes get like oopsie daisy.
Yeah.
It's very that.
And then it's full on Hattie after that. Because for a while, it was
Marlena.
Marlena.
She's ducking behind chairs as Hattie. She's like using human shields.
Oh my gosh. Well,
oh my god.
Stevano and Hattie kind of ties with the rest of the storyline with John and Marlena and Gina and Rafe and Sean Douglas and Roman and Kate and Kayla. Now we know that Kate was the one that orchestrated the switch.
Which somebody said that on the show here when I was on. It was her.
I did.
I remember somebody said that. He wanted Kate had a part of it.
Yeah. Well, and it kind of makes sense because I feel like Kate felt like she was being so left
out of the loop.
And it was they were starting to reach a dangerous territory because with the whole plan of like, now we're going to go to Prague and I'm going to take John and you take Marlena and it's like, so now these people are with their arch enemies and it's like now everyone's in danger, and because Kate and Marlena have such a great friendship, she was like, I can't let this go down. Like, this has gone long enough. And even if I have to out myself in this plan, even though she still tried to cover it up, like, yeah, I knew, but that's not the important thing.
Exactly.
It's all about you. It's all about you. Like, I'm glad that Kate did that to kind of end their shenanigans.
Yes.
You know?
I love that they've kept Kate and Marlena as friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not like didn't turn into rivals.
Yes.
I mean, they both, because you remember Kate was with John at one point too. But Marlena
Was she?
Mm-hmm, for a minute. He called her Catherine all the time.
Oh.
And this is when Marlena was gone. One of her times she was gone. Came back. It was before your time, I think.
I love that he can always catch my subtle shade.
Yeah, I do. I was like,
we all caught it.
We all caught the subtle shade. It's like, we know Tami Moore Jr. Shady Sunday. But I mean, I like that they didn't turn them into, they kept them, they're both co-grandmothers, they're co-everything, and I like that they still talk to each other, have a friendship. Because friendships on daytime are very rare.
Yeah.
They don't show them.
And it goes back to the Demira basement where then we're locked up together. Like, just showed their friendship, and it was so good.
Yeah. So one, everyone was wondering why Kate was in Prague.
Right.
But that was because she and Marlena came to Prague so that Marlena can find John. John was found.
Poor thing.
Clearly.
Yeah. Drugged and whatnot. And then Rafe and Roman came. There's a lot of people in Prague.
There was a lot of people in Prague.
There's a lot of people. But, John and Marlena are reunited.
Yes.
It's now out there that Steven and Stefano.
Except Kayla doesn't know.
Kayla.
Oh, it's making me crazy.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Well, yeah.
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 So everyone, but what I thought was strange was that everyone knows that Steven is Stefano, but there was still a moment where Chad and Abigail were still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And they would go back to them, and it's like, you ain't figured it out. but I'm glad that in the midst of them figuring it out, they came into the loft because once Stevano found out that it was Hattie,
She was just asking for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
She was just
he was
prodding
just,
him.
he was basically like, you just signed your death warrant. And then all of a sudden it's like, and
For
like she's getting
podcast
choked.
listeners, that's Choni choking.
Yes. And so luckily they came in, and then it was further revealed to them that Steven is Stefano.
But Gabby's response to that whole thing, to Chad and Abigail, when we get to that, was
okay.
hilarious.
Yeah. So I'm
Hilarious.
glad that it's now out, but then it's weird for it to be out, and then, here's another thing. I don't like the tussle of a gun, because you know that when that happens, somebody's going to get shot.
Yeah.
So then you're just sitting there wondering, okay, pal, who got shot?
Yeah.
Right.
And then he got shot. And then he passed out, woke up, hit Chad, and then locked them in, ran to Kayla, and is like, sweetness, get this bullet out. And I'm like, wait a minute. So let me tell you something. People in Salem are strong, because they get shot. They still make it to the hospital
Remember
by
Kate?
themselves.
Did you saw that in the
dug
grave?
herself out of the thing.
Let me tell you.
Kate was shot, buried, still crawled out of the
nails,
grave
the nails.
with the nails, got herself to University Hospital,
And then collapsed.
And looked
but
beautiful.
still looking like
Great.
bourgeois.
Yes.
Like, bitch, I wasn't underneath the ground like 30 minutes ago. And still survive. Like, everything is A-okay.
We need some Salem juice.
Yeah,
Whatever they're drinking.
Something. Them people are strong. So now here he is, already diagnosed himself. I guess on the way he did Wikipedia or something,
Yeah.
WebMD, and was like, it's just a flesh wound.
Yeah, WebMD.
Just need you to take it out. And then it's like, then you see Kayla have this push and pull of like, I don't want to help you, bitch. And then it's like, I've said bitch a lot already. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sunday.
like you did more than I did.
But then it's like, oh, but I
still love him.
I still care
I don't
for
want
you.
to, but I still
He
love
has
him.
There's still a care because, this is still history.
Yeah.
Even though what he did was totally wrong, and it'll all click in a second,
Yeah.
which, I don't know. I kind of hope when it clicks that Kayla and Patch don't get back together.
What do you guys think?
Really?
Yeah.
Because
I'm loving
Justin and Kayla.
Okay.
You know
No.
what? I do too. I think, well, we know when Patch is back.
End game.
It's inevitable. Yes.
But
But
am
I don't
loving
want that.
Justin and
Here's the thing.
Kayla.
This is what I like. Sometimes you got to shake it up.
Yeah.
And
It
right
shook
now,
it.
it shook it. And right now, I like the fact that Justin and Kayla are together, and I want to see it further explored.
Yes.
I want to see the relationship work or not because of Patch, but because of their own. Like, we tried, it's just not there. We're gonna end this relationship. Okay. Be single for a little bit, then reconnect with Patch if that happens.
Good luck. Don't
It's not going to happen because the
Not
same
gonna
thing happened with Eric and Jen.
Yeah.
As soon as Nicole was back in the picture, he just dumped her
said bye.
and back with Nicole, and that's what's going to happen.
That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
End game is Patch and Kayla.
Yeah.
And I know fans are all about like Patch and Kayla, but sometimes it's just nice to shake it up a bit. Oh, side note for a second. Jean in the chat asked everyone, anyone see Tony on GH in background at Kelly's? Yes, that was me.
That's him. That is him. Yeah, he's on.
Yes,
yeah.
that was me. Because that soap opera still lets me do background work.
Shady Sunday. Shady Sunday.
No bitterness. No bitterness.
No, I'm not bitter. I've moved on.
Like,
But I'm still trying to play Terrence, though. So
So
Ron,
you have to pick.
so listen,
Come
Ron
on.
and Greg, if you watching because you've seen my many tweets, I'm still trying to be on the show. Help a brother out. All right. So anyway, that was just a side note. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure fans are like, no, we want that.
No, but I agree with you. I like when they have different couplings.
Yeah, unexpected ones,
But it's not
especially.
gonna happen though. Unless they do a really good triangle for a while, and she doesn't leave Justin right away.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably gonna be a triangle for a little bit.
I don't know.
Or. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just think she's immediately. This is not for my reel, so you can interrupt me all you want.
This might be great for your reel. It shows interaction.
Oh, is that what this is?
Shows co-hosting.
I'm
Co-hosting.
February 16th.
It will never compare
Well,
to
that's
May.
it. Look at
It will never compare to May
May
31st.
31st.
Yes, May 31st. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Steve not being with Kayla isn't because Steve doesn't
Right,
want to be with
right,
Kayla
right.
or he's being held in jail somewhere and can't be with her. You know, that would be different. This is, it's not going to be his fault, and so
Exactly.
she's going to go running back to him.
So with this, because we're going to talk about Princess Gina too. With this, can we now assume that both Gina, who we know for sure, the real Princess Gina, is in fact dead?
Yes.
Right.
Which means Stefano is in fact dead.
Correct. Although
That's what I'm
that
assuming.
hasn't been
Established.
confirmed. We
But I'm
cannot confirm nor deny.
I'm assuming that's what it
We're
means.
assuming.
Because how can he get his essence?
Right.
He could be in a coma.
They took his essence.
Like
oh,
Ralph,
that's true.
Some suspended
That's true.
thing.
She's right.
Because
She's right.
I get a little confused because, and we'll talk about when we talk about Princess Gina, they were like, yeah, real Princess Gina, she dead.
Dead.
Did
And
you hear
then,
about Princess Gina?
Dead.
Dead.
And so then with Stefano, I know in the beginning when they explained it, they said he needed a new vessel because his body is old, you know.
Yeah.
Which
So
he
they
didn't say he was dead.
Right.
He was just really frail.
But it's just kind of like, so if you put the essence of Stefano in Patch, then where is the body that doesn't have the essence of Stefano? Where that at?
Well, that's what we're saying. Dr.
Yeah.
Ross got some chamber he's created.
Yeah,
and,
must
and
be, yeah.
Stefano, because I really think they're going to want, always have the idea that Stefano's alive somewhere.
Can you imagine they find Ross' lab and there's like an incubator of like a man just like,
That's it.
That's it right there.
That's
and
it.
it's Stefano?
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
You just answered, Tony. That's probably what's going on.
And poor Jen blames herself.
Yeah, he answered his own question. That's probably right. You just wrote it right there, Tony.
Poor Jen blames herself because she gave Rolf his own laboratory to create these kind of mad scenarios.
He already
And
had his own.
That's part of his mad scenarios.
Well,
is life chambers.
Listen, when you
Spark
can
of life chambers.
when you can create masks that look like, can you imagine if that technology was real?
Well, no. Remember that guy who was trying to break out of jail? It was in the headlines.
Oh, yes.
And they said if he wasn't acting so nervous, they probably just would have let him go.
But him as that little girl looked a little strange. You have to admit, he looked like a mannequin.
it was very plasticky looking.
It was.
Yeah. But regardless, people are trying to get away with stuff like that, so people are thinking.
Ooh, let me not put that devilment out there. Let me rebuke
Devilment.
it. Rebuke it.
We don't want that.
Yes.
Okay. I rebuked it. All right. So we're not doing that. All right.
What mask would you like?
I would have multiple masks. Depending on which area I was gonna go in.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, and there's every now and then, you kind of iron your outfit and everything like that. Then you put on your mask.
I'd be Hope, of course.
Of course you would be.
Yes.
It's Christoph Hansen.
Of course you would be.
Chelsea?
Of course. Oh, are we talking Days characters?
Well, we can.
Oh, I guess.
I was thinking anyone in the world, but
anyone in the
James
world?
went straight for Days.
I went Days.
so-
I thought it was my Days. I went Days.
If we're sticking to days, I mean, I love Victoria. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's just like
You can have her on
with
Tuesdays.
Well, no, it's just kind of. Well, yeah, I have Victoria here, and then. See, that would be harder for us, James.
Oh my God, you're right. I forgot I'm black.
I'm black
Oh, I got him black.
Y'all need a
I
whole
wasn't even
bodysuit.
thinking about
Me
that.
neither. I don't
That
think
didn't
either. I'm
enter
like,
my
Fine
brain.
then. Lexi, I always thought she was
Renee
gorgeous.
Jones.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lexi.
Gosh.
that'll be Lamone Archie then. With the same coloring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't got number 2 to pick from. One of us got to be.
Yeah, I know.
One of us got to be Eli. I guess the other one Abe or Theo.
Sal, oh my gosh.
Or Sal.
Lani.
Or Sal.
Yes.
Or Sal.
She's gorgeous. Okay, Lani.
No, you gonna sit with Victoria.
I'll take
You
Lani.
gonna take no.
Yeah, if she's going to do Victoria, I will take Lani.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. She takes
Except
Lani.
I'm so much shorter than her, but that doesn't matter.
Who would I want to be? Victor.
Victor.
Because you get all the good lines.
Get all the
That's
good
why.
lines, get all
You
the
get
good
all
lines.
the good
I'm trying,
lines.
okay, who would I want to watch? Nicole.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Everybody
No.
wants to be
Okay.
Nicole.
I-
Kristen
you-
wants to be Nicole.
No, I take it back. Oh. Maybe it'll be between Kristen and Sammy.
I forgot about Sammy.
Yeah.
Do you know how much
Yeah.
fun it'd be to be Sammy?
Oh my God! Yeah.
Listen, let me
Wow.
tell you. If I was Sammy, the plans will actually go through. Yeah.
Then people would know this isn't Sammy.
Yeah. I'm like,
Something's wrong.
and she's taller and tan.
Yeah, I kind of really and tan. What's going on?
But you remember they had that storyline where
Stan.
Stan
was a male version of Sammy.
Of Sammy.
And
Oh,
then
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Not Dan Brooks. I forgot his name.
Oh.
You know him.
I do.
Yeah, you do know him. But he played the male version. He was
Yeah.
Sammy as a male version.
Yeah.
And he had all the mannerisms
Dan
and everything.
Wells.
Dan Wells.
Dan Wells.
He had all the mannerisms and everything. He totally sold it. Totally sold it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sold it.
Oh, it was. But even then, fans were like,
Yeah, I know. Well, fans, you do that.
Well,
They do that.
Me World 2 said, who wants to be Eric Brady? Not.
Aww. Great Vaughn's hot.
I was just
Well,
going to
I was gonna
say,
say, real, I mean,
we're wearing masks, folks.
You're wearing masks, folks. He's
Yeah.
hot.
You know, let's do this.
I'm sorry. No, I take that all back.
Okay.
What?
I would be my favorite character of all.
Max.
Susan Banks.
Oh, Susan
Oh,
Banks!
yeah. You always want Susan Banks. That's why you like Susan.
I would walk around. Main Kristen.
You like Susan Banks.
All those vampires. Well, because then that way I could be Kristen and Susan.
You can.
There you
Ding,
go.
ding, 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 ding,
But
ding. It's a great day in Salem.
if I had a regular mask, I'd be Michelle Obama.
Oh.
Because she's very regal and
That's
smart.
a good one.
Y'all know I would be Beyonce.
Yeah, you'd be
You know,
clearly.
that's really the only one.
Yeah,
I'd
exactly.
follow.
You would be.
I would
yeah.
tramp around as Beyonce.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Beyonce. Thank you so much for being here.
9, 8, 7, 6.
I was just gonna see if you was gonna go through all the numbers.
I was going to first.
I was like,
To the
let me,
one.
I was like, let me see when he.
I was going to
down.
say, let me stop it.
Sorry, but we digress. Back to days.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's the show we're doing.
Yay!
So we talked about that. So then, Princess Gina is discovered.
Yes. Trying to escape.
Yeah, but the trickery of it all, when she, when she fell back, it reminded me of Hope versus The Rock. Remember when she when she escaped from prison?
Yes.
And she hit her head on the rock.
Yes.
So when she,
I thought you were talking about Dwayne Johnson.
For a second,
I was like, was he on Days of Our Lives?
Since when?
The Rock.
that's
Hope on the
cool.
Rock.
I love him.
Hope hit her head on the rock, and he was just like, "Excuse me," and then like just kept walking. But it was like because Rafe had her by the hand. It was like, let go, and then she fell back and knocked herself out.
And I thought, is that all it takes for her to get her?
That's
memory
what I
back?
thought,
Really?
too.
Like,
I was like,
seriously?
That's what I thought. I
Because
was-
Hattie said she was going to get the snot slapped out of her. So,
Yeah.
that's all
Yeah.
it
The
was
snot.
needed.
She came to and was Hope, and I was like, I know they are not. At first, I thought, dang, they trying to wrap up these storylines quick. But then when she hugged Rafe and then went, I was like, oh, Princess Gina is still there. She is still there. And then when she tried to get him, and then Roman said, what are you doing? And
What
then
did he do?
But I love that she's just now embracing herself. You will address me as Princess Gina von Umberg.
Okay, go on,
And I was
girl.
like, all right, Princess Gina, you're going to be in the jail.
But I like Hattie as Princess Gina. Dance for me.
Oh, yeah.
she's
dance for
like,
me.
oh, this whole royalty thing I can get used to. This is so comfy.
In the chair.
You two. And I said, oh, she gonna add the claps.
Yes, we gloves.
And Chad and Abigail were looking at her like,
Oh, heck no.
That was so
Wait.
great.
we ain't about to do nothing. And then they were just like, make me, do a dance for me. They were like, no.
And especially Abigail.
Yeah,
Katie
was not
Nancy's
having it.
expressions were priceless.
Not having it at all. And then, of course, in the midst of this, Jennifer remembers that it was Princess Gina that pushed her over the thing.
Had to come out shortly. Had to come out.
Yeah.
Fine.
But like that, though?
It all clicked when she was like, okay, hope isn't really hope.
Yeah.
Then she got her memory back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they're cousins. They're cousins.
Yeah.
Cousins.
And Jack was
cousins.
just, I'm so glad
They
you're
were never
okay.
such devoted cousins.
Yeah, because he was like, I'm glad that you didn't figure it out sooner because that's what kept you alive.
I know. I was like, what's he talking about? Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I feel so guilty. If I'd remembered earlier, then nothing's like, no.
Right.
You're alive because you didn't remember.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember she came after her when she woke up.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, I think I'll let her live.
A whole. Oh, that was
That
good.
was
That's
pretty
good. That's good.
actually.
That was good.
I actually practiced being Princess Gina.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Side note, when they did the flashback last week of Princess Gina, the one thing I realized that I liked about Princess Gina was the blonde streak.
Yeah, last week.
Did you notice a blonde streak in her hair this week?
No.
It was, she's in the interrogation room or whatever that room is. There was a blonde streak.
Oh, underneath.
And I was like, what is that?
That's from the old days.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. So now I get it. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't Roman. It was Kate that. Oh, you are right.
What?
It was Kate that grabbed the dagger.
Oh, great,
not
okay.
Roman. Because everyone is in here like.
Oh, she's like, not today.
Cherie was like, Tony, it wasn't Roman,
Oh,
honey.
oops.
Well, excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, they're trying to read you.
She said it a few times. She
Okay.
said, it wasn't Roman. It was Kate that grabbed the dagger from Princess Gina. And I guess I kept talking, and then she was just like, "It wasn't Kate. It wasn't Roman,
She's
honey.
telling you.
It was that honey part that
Okay.
got me. Well, excuse me, honey. Ooh, that look good.
I'm gonna have a cookies, hell yeah.
That's right, my
Yeah.
friends.
Made
Thank
in
you.
home
Who are you-
kitchen.
who are your
Cookies, hell yeah.
She made cookies for my 5th anniversary. That's why.
Who's this from?
Yeah, this
Made
is so
in
cute. I
home
like
kitchen.
the stick
Oh,
cookies,
cookies,
hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Cookies,
Yeah.
hell yeah. They're
Cookies,
great.
hell yeah. Thank
gonna
you,
try
cookies,
some
hell
He said,
yeah.
he said it before. He
Send
said
us some cookies.
She might.
Okay.
This is gonna be really
She's
loud.
good. She's good.
No, it's fine. It's just like we're in the theater and that one person decides to do a cough drop or something. That person is you.
A cough drop.
That is you right now. Okay, so we're basically done with that all that storyline
I
and
think
stuff, right?
so.
Yep, we covered everything.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, Tony.
Oh,
we
yeah, I'll
did.
take a
Shady
cookie.
Tony. I think we finished it. Oh no, fine. Thank you. I did this.
You can save one for me. I don't want to, because if I do it now, then I'm gonna be like, okay. Well,
But it's like we're at home dishing.
yeah.
Edition days.
We'd be dishing and eating.
We be dishing and a dazing. All right, so now we have Sarah, Xander, Eric, Nicole, Brady, Kristen, Victor.
Everybody's in bed. Sarah and Xander and
Oh,
Nicole and
yes.
Eric and
You know
when they
why?
go to the hospital, it's like, what are you doing here?
They got love.
On my mind.
I figured you would pick that up.
We got love.
Because that's from your generation.
Actually, it is. I can't. And I met Natalie Cole, so thank you. She was very nice. So there.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
I met Peaches from Peaches and Herb.
Peaches, which peaches?
It was probably the 10th one, but I met Peaches.
It's always the same herb, but peaches is always my
Peaches
different.
always change.
Always change it.
So with this storyline, we find out that no one's a match.
You know,
Which surprised me.
that
Like, what do
surprised
you
me
mean
too.
the parents aren't a match?
So nobody's a match.
How's that even
Nobody.
possible?
Nobody's a match at all.
That does happen, I guess. That does
Yeah.
happen. He's eating it. He got him. He's eating it.
Podcast
but
listeners,
that
Tony's
does-
diving into the cookies.
But that does happen. I mean, sometimes the closer people to you aren't a match.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
didn't know
is-
that. I was like
Yeah.
ready for this to come out.
Yeah.
So who is going to be a match?
I think it's
Probably
gonna be Tate.
You think it's Tate?
Well,
It has
because
to be. Who else is left?
yeah.
I mean, it
Because-
can be someone else that we don't know, but
what's his name? Xander went to Victor to say that no one was a match and to try to get Tate, and Victor put in a
Got on it.
call to
Well, you know,
Teresa.
my thought
Yeah.
was
What?
Sammy. She's Eric's twin.
but
Oh, would be a
Brady's-
match?
Maybe you might be a match.
but Brady's the dad.
Oh yeah, that's right. So they're
Yeah.
their stepbrother and stepsister. That's right. They're not. It'd be funny if she was a match, though. It'd be kind of funny if she was. Interesting. Took me a second. You're right. You know, in fact, they're step siblings. Dang it.
And you don't have to be related.
No, you don't have to be related.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, Christian wasn't related.
Related?
Exactly.
That was good, Ryan.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. But she
Yeah,
could
you
be,
don't have to be
No, you don't have to be
related.
related.
Right,
you don't have to be
right.
related. Just have to make sure it just matches.
Listen,
Yeah.
if I was Xander at that point, I would say, attention in the hospital.
Okay, anybody?
We need anybody to get tested to see if you're a bone marrow match. But also, okay, so they find out, no match.
Yeah.
But then everybody confesses about they love. So Sarah looks at Nicole and mentions Brady, and she's like, about that. We never were together. And then she's like, oh, you two are together. That's great, wonderful.
And guess what?
But then, this is where the shady part come in. She's like, me and Xander are together. Nicole's face was like,
They were like trying to
That's
be.
like great.
they're like, yay, you.
Yay.
I was like, ooh, that face said it all.
That's when you're like, doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Yep, doop-a-doop-a-doo.
And Sarah was all, okay,
Yes.
bye, gotta go.
Yeah, see you
Yeah.
later. She picked up on
But
that.
but she was also like, listen, I know no one likes Xander, but like he is a great guy.
He just makes terrible choices.
He does. I mean, don't they all though?
Yeah.
You know, I know some guys that made horrible choices. You know what choice they made? Not to be with me.
Yeah, I'm like, oh well. Like, oh well.
Ryan, how dare you?
Okay, like, oh well.
That was the slip of the.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Shady Sunday.
But so yeah, and I mean that was pretty much all. Well, except Brady and Kristen on the verge of always doing it all week.
Oh yeah, they're
Finally,
they got
they-
chemistry. They got
Yes.
chemistry.
Yeah,
I
They've
love
done
their
it.
chemistry.
They have chemistry.
that's good. That's real good. Okay, that was it for that storyline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that happened. All right, sinners, get your cooking,
Oh my
Yes.
living
Yeah.
word.
because now we talking about sin.
You know, whenever I feel going forward, just kind of, I don't have the energy for something, or I just can't find that place of, I'm going to play that moment where the motorcycle headlight turns on
Uh-huh.
and pan to Miss Ciara on her motorcycle waiting for her man.
And she like takes off the helmet with the hair.
She just
it flips.
shakes it.
And
Oh.
then Ben just looks at her and he's just like,
Yeah.
I did that a couple times in slow motion. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
serious.
That was a
Which
great
part?
scene. All of it.
We said all.
I would have. Well, you know, that's how she entered Salem on,
Yep.
on the motorcycle, and then
She's
the
Bo's
helmet,
daughter.
and then the shoom. And that's when I fell in love with her. I was like, yes. I was like, this girl actually is a really good mix of Bo and Hope.
Because that other person before her, she'll not be named on camera. But I was like, finally, an actress of great caliber to portray this role. Shady Sunday.
Anywho's it?
Now, I was happy because I felt like her entrance was very much a Bo and Hope daughter. Like,
It
it's like-
was.
and she came on and
Immediate.
she plays that character so well, and we've
Yeah.
all met her, we've all interviewed her,
Yeah.
and she's really good. I mean, she's really a great actress, but like she really does portray. You know, I'm protective of Bo and Hope, of course, for
Yeah.
many reasons.
Yeah,
that-
there's a bar.
Yeah, there
that
is.
You got to
Yeah.
rise.
Because the little
yeah.
girl Lauren Bowles, who played her as a
my
child, was the
God.
bomb. She was so
yeah,
good.
she was.
Really
She
good.
was so good.
She was real
Just
good.
the person in between them wasn't that good. And then this one came on, and it's really, really good. So I
Yeah.
thought, okay, now she's playing that role.
I couldn't figure out why it, because Clyde really did look like he was trying to escape to jail.
Yeah, it was just like,
He was just kind of like, you go. And I was like, you ain't had no plans on going
No,
anyway.
after you. No, I insist after you. No, really, go after you. Like, just go.
Y'all got to go. They done rang the alarm. They looking for you.
Bring the alarm.
Yeah, it's like you got to get through this fence and hit it. Ben got shot in the leg,
Of course, that's going to happen.
but I guess he all right because they didn't mention it in anything. It must have just been a flesh
Graze.
wound.
A graze.
Little graze, little bullet graze.
Yeah.
I was afraid Clyde was going to get shot. All those guards.
Well, we don't know what's gonna happen now.
Yeah. So you really think Clyde never had any intention of?
It didn't seem like it.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to get out of that.
He just wanted Ben to get out. And you think he
Yeah.
did that on purpose, like from a good place, or was he setting him? No, he wouldn't set him up.
Well, he wouldn't call Ciara if he was planning on setting
Yeah.
Ben up.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Well, now they hiding out in the.
On the run.
Well, no, they're in the Gardner house,
I mean, they're out there.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
on the run.
It's,
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
it's that kind of storyline now.
and then they left the light on, and then Chad went to see what was the tea.
Yeah.
And opened the door and he's like, Weston. But okay, here's the other thing.
Yes. Yes.
It's like, how do you say this? There was a moment where they were going back and forth, and it was brought up again. He killed 3 people, and I'm like, at what point are we going to surpass that? You know what I mean?
Never.
Because it was already determined that Ben was not well. But what I liked was that Ciara was like, you still love Abigail,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she did some
Can
stuff,
we
and she
talk
wasn't
about
well.
not being well?
Yeah, she wasn't in her right frame of mind. In fact, she had 3 other minds.
That weren't in their right frame of mind.
Yeah.
But it's
So
like
that's how many not right frames of mind?
that's a lot of not right frame of minds. But it's so interesting to see how that is forgiven, but they will never forgive Ben for killing. Who did he kill? He killed Lil Wendy
Oh, and hello, Paige.
and Paige and
Will, but
Will,
no.
but Will got injected with the needle, so he back, so he down. But it's like you forgive, but don't forget. I feel like that's where we should
Well,
be now.
I got attacked last week, which I love it. I was called a hissy fit queen for saying that Ben killed Will, which he did kill Will, but Will came
Yeah.
back to life. It actually was a fact. I know it's funny. On soaps, you have to suspend belief, I guess. It's one of those kind of things you have to suspend it because, I mean, like, Luke was a rapist. He raped Laura. They fell in love. Franco on GH he had a tumor removed, and suddenly he wasn't a killer anymore. So I guess you have to kind of... I guess you have to like suspend. I mean, Kristen's done something. I mean,
No, it makes sense, but I just hate that outfit so much.
Well, it's
a habit.
a
Break
nun
it.
outfit.
Break it.
What you trying to add some? You trying to bedazzle it?
It's a habit.
Bedazzle.
Bedazzle a habit.
I wanted that trench coat and wide brim.
Right.
She looks so amazing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if she had did that scene and she like strutted in with like the brim of the hat just down
Yes.
here, and then she said, "Hold on, just 1 second," and then turned to face them, and then went, shoo, and then it was her.
Yep.
Oh.
So much more effective.
That would
Oh.
be
But no, we get the habit.
Well, I mean, there's obviously a reason for it.
Yes.
I don't know what that
But
reason
did you
is.
see
We can find out next week.
Abigail's expression when
Well-
she comes in? Abigail almost started to laugh out loud. She's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is gonna be good."
Yeah, it was that. It was the. There's some tea.
Yes.
face.
Right. It's like. Okay.
It's like.
I was laughing out loud.
Thank you, Ryan.
It's like, oh my
It's
God.
like,
Yeah.
How you gonna get yourself out of this one, Gabby?
Exactly. All smart mouth.
But kudos to Gabby for what she wore to the wedding.
Oh.
I said,
tell
oh,
you.
okay.
Yes.
I said, I'm living for that.
Yep.
But you know what? I don't know. Oh, shout out to Vanessa Williams for coming back as
Yes,
Valerie.
she's amazing.
Looking great and stuff with the natural hair and the beautiful,
She's beautiful.
locks
She's
and stuff. It
beautiful.
looks
That
good.
dress she had on is beautiful.
She's
Yes.
One, yes.
Normally at weddings, you have one or two feelings on weddings at days. It's either like, oh my God, this is such a beautiful moment. I can't believe they're getting married.
Or duck and cover.
Or I'm not quite sure why this is going on. And that's how I felt. I felt like this was one of those weddings like, okay, who can come in here and break this up? Because they don't even look like they really like each other like that.
Well,
Like, did anyone else feel that?
yeah, well, I was surprised that Sonny wasn't there. I was looking at the audience, and then Ari wasn't there either.
Yeah.
So it just was like,
Oh, because Ari was sick.
Ari was sick. Okay.
Ari was sick,
Oh,
and
maybe
so-
that's
and
why
Sonny.
Sonny was. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Gabby mentioned that when she called Julie to. Wait, did she call Julie? Julie called
her.
Gabby.
Yeah.
Yes. And so she was like, "Oh my God, I'm dealing with a lot. Ari is sick, so Sonny's gonna watch her." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay. I missed that.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
yeah, overall, I was like, eh. And then for Eli to get married at the exact same place where it was him and Lani's wedding, I'm like,
Like, who decided that?
oh,
Yeah.
man.
I would have said absolutely not. I'm not trying to be. You know what? But I bet when the shiz hit the fan, because the way that Gabby and Lani looked at each other at the end,
That look.
that Gabby was like,
Man. That was a look of the ages.
that's a look that needs sage. to go after. Candace Mack said, when you go to a wedding on days, I think who will get shot or what secret will come out. Mm-hmm. This is true.
Yeah.
True. But I'm glad to kind of see some of these storylines like unfold and get to the point, and I think that's where we are now with that. So, gotta tune in next week, see what happens next week. And that was pretty much days, right?
Because it's not like Gabby's going to pull out her phone in the wedding and do anything to Julie. She can't. No. So Lani can confront her.
I was thinking the thing. I was like, is her phone on her?
I know. Is her pocket in that wedding dress?
And listen, exactly. If she got a phone on her, where in that dress is that pocket?
I don't know.
That's one of those moments where you got to go through the boob.
Yes, exactly. Treasure chest.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about y'all, but my granny had all kinds of stuff.
My mother does. My mother does.
Everything
there.
Remember Patrica's comment?
Yes.
What do I have stuffed in my bra?
It's like, got stuff in there. All stuff in there. That's what you call the treasure chest. Got stuff going in there.
All right. No. Don't be trying to sing. All right, so that has been your week of days, and now it's time for our favorite part of the show before we open our phone lines to talk to you. It's time for our segments, and we're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
You go, girl. You go, girl.
Okay, now listen. All throughout the week, I was snapping all over the place because I was snapping at.
It's a snappable week.
I was snapping at the face that Nicole gave Sarah about Xander. I was snapping at Hattie's commentary when Stevano had the gun out and she was ducked behind the royal chair, just giving her own commentary. Seems very similar to my life. But my 3 Snaps Award goes to the last 20 seconds of Days of Our Lives when Lani runway walked like she was in America's Next Top Model all over again finale, strutted into Horton Town Square, looked Gabby in the face and said, I don't know what she said. She said hold up or something. But that whole strut was enough for me. So, South Towers, Lani Price, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap!
I love a good strut. And when I tell you she came from the deep abyss of whatever hidden store, and she came like, I mean, it was like, dun,
You could hear the
dun,
music.
dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun.
absolutely.
And I was like, yeah! You better strut, bitch! Like, yeah, it was that moment. So, there you go, Sal.
I love it. I love it.
All right, and now it's time for...
Designer taste. Fashion. Elegance. Designer taste.
Hands down. No question. Camila Banus.
Yes.
Miss Gabby, this wedding dress, I looked for it high and low. Camila, please let us know who this dress was designed by because it is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely perfect for this moment. Thank you for being this week's.
But,
What? But?
Designer taste.
I was going to say from head to toe, she looked amazing. Her hair was like that old Hollywood classic kind of wavy to
Hair
one
and
side
makeup,
kind of a look.
Kudos to you.
Yeah, and then this like, her look said bride, but bride part 2. Like, I'm not doing the fluff.
The traditional stuff.
I'm not, like, I'm my own bride. Like, actually, she just came from the bachelorette party, walked right into the wedding. Like, that's the dress. That, like, this is a dress that like, if the marriage doesn't work out, you dyed another color and keep it moving.
Repurpose.
Yeah.
Repurpose.
Because you know how some people, like, if they get divorced, like, they take the dress and, like, rip it up and put paint on it or something like that, or, like, make a new dress out of it.
Yep.
You just dye this a different color.
It's
You're good.
Make it a red, a black,
Nice holiday
pink,
dress.
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
And, like, and maybe even cut the other shoulder off so it's just, you fine. Okay.
Yeah.
And now it's time for...
Hey, why? It's like, aww. All right, our aw moment of the week goes to the Queen and King of Salem, John and Marlena. And I love it when John just says, no one's gonna tear us apart, Doc. and they just hug and embrace, and finally, they are back together.
Jarlena.
There is nothing and no one that can keep them apart.
No,
'Cause
not
what did
even
she
Princess
say?
Gina.
What did Marlena say? We always find our way back to each other.
They do.
They do. So John and Marlena, you get my aw moment of the week. Hey, what? Like aw.
All right, and of course we have to give a shout out to Mead World 2, who has his. It makes me laugh because I just love the fact that he created his own segment.
Okay, he sure did.
And he does really well with it. Like,
Yeah.
the views are really good.
And now he has his old shiz moment of the week. Yep, I am retweeting it now. And so make sure you take a look.
I played that song the other day.
What song?
Oh, shit! London Bridge. That's playing that song. That's next song.
What song is it?
London Bridge.
This one.
How does it go?
Come around my London,
You know the song. You've heard it
Bridge,
before.
wanna
I
go
haven't.
down.
Yeah, you've heard it.
London,
London,
London, London, wanna go down.
I didn't fall for it. They did it
Oh my
again.
God, this is
London.
taking me back to my freshman year of high school.
Come on.
James and I both get, and I'm not even as old as James, but I even gave the same look.
I was like, that's nice. Well, I was like 40 years old when the song came out, so
Oh,
whatever.
that's cute, girl. That is real cute.
Yes.
All right, so now, another reminder, SpectrumCelebrityEvents.com to get tickets to our Dishin Days Quintennial Celebration. So make sure you check that out. This isn't in the rundown, but I feel like we should address it because it's out there. And this is the only time we'll talk about spoiler-ish stuff, but it's so out there, and I feel like people want to know our take on it, and I hope everyone has a take on it. If you watch Freddie Smith on social media, he released on his vlog or his web show, the Freddie and Alyssa show, that he and Chandler Massey were released from their contract from the show. I know that for me, I was shocked. I was also kind of like, ain't no more gays in date.
Most of all.
You know, like okay, they gonna be gone, and we know when they're leaving and everything like that. You guys can tune into the Freddie and Alyssa show to see his announcement and also see the interview with him and Chandler as they talk about it. I wanted to get you all's take on this news and how you feel about it. And
Well, I called you. I listened to the first show. I listened to. I
listened to the first show too.
And then he did air something yesterday.
Yeah.
About his last day on the set.
Yeah.
So there's three that you should tune in.
For me, it's a mixed bag. For me, because part of me is like, because it's still going to be airing through September. So sometimes there's TMI, we know too much, because now it's like, well, you can't get invested because you know they're leaving.
Yeah.
Now it's all about how they're going to leave, what's going to happen. It's all about the end now.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, well, that kind of spoils everything, kind of.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. And I listened to the first episode that Freddie released, I believe, on Wednesday.
Ain't none of us watched the actual Chandler and.
No, I watched that one. I just watched the first one.
Watched that. We just watched that one. It was just gas.
Yeah.
And kind of what you said, James, since we know but their story plots is kind of like now we're going to be expecting it, like, okay, all the way up till September, how is their story going to unfold? And the way Freddie made it sound like on Wednesday's podcast was, you know, he doesn't want to give our hopes up or the fans' hopes, but it doesn't look like if they are returning to the canvas, it's going to be anytime soon, but never say never. And I think it's just emotional because Freddie and Chandler brought a lot to the daytime community.
Yeah.
I think what some of the fans were saying is that the way they found out was bad because they basically kind of found out, I guess, through the scripts.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about the soap world, and y'all know how the soap world is. I feel like every now and then they have to have characters off the canvas for a second. Wilson has been on the canvas for quite some time. Freddie said that he's been doing the show for about 9 years.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, because this is just how I imagine the writer's office to be, when they pulled down the tree of all the people in Salem, in order to make room for fresher material, sometimes some casualties have to happen. And I don't think they take it lightly. I think it's fully thought out. And sometimes it's bad because, especially when your favorite characters leave. But I feel like there's always a chance for them to come back. And I feel like, because right now, there's all these petitions and all this kind of stuff and everything like that. Number one, we don't know what the end looks like. So that's one. Two, knowing it so early, again, like James said, it's hard to get vested because you know that an end is coming. So now I hope fans stay vested so that way you know how it ends, so that we can anticipate a return. It's horrible when actors lose work, but it doesn't disregard the work that they've given us. The fact that these two characters were brought on Days of Our Lives, which is mostly, for the main part, a very conservative show. And I have always said this, they took their time telling the story of Will, who is a prominent, lovable character on the show, and walking him through the steps of him discovering that he was gay, him coming out as gay, him finding a partner in Sonny, and their love, and how they didn't just throw it at you. They literally gave it to you in doses in the most beautiful way that led up to the most iconic wedding in Days of Our Lives history. I think there's a lot to be said for that. And I just think it's one of those sad casualties in soaps where sometimes you have to lay some characters to rest for a second and then bring them back strong. So when I read this, I was shocked. But at the same time, I was like, there's no way in the world they're not going to bring these characters back. Like, at some point, they're going to come back.
And we had thought, this is, and I had said this on our show, I say, here's how I want it to go down. They're at the Kiriakis mansion, and they turn to Victor or whoever, say, good night, guys, and they go up the stairs.
Oh, you want them to be like how the kids go upstairs.
They go
and
upstairs,
then come back
and then
30 years
eventually
old.
they'll come back down the stairs. And
See, had I had it my way, their good friend Terrence would have came in to Salem, right?
Terrence.
And then somehow shooed them out of Salem for a little bit, right? So then Terrence could build up the gay community in Salem, and then they come back.
Is it 5 o'clock yet?
Probably in your world it is.
And it's past my bedtime.
So all that to say is, you guys, one, show them love and appreciation for what they brought to the show.
Yes.
But know that, and I mean, I don't work at Days. I'm not getting a check for this. I'm not, I'm not, a normal Ray. But I just feel like I know this world.
Yeah, we've been there, we know it, yeah.
And don't harp on them. How could you? I'm going to stop watching the show.
Please
I'm
don't.
petitioning.
Yeah.
This show sucks. All your storylines, boo. And da-da-da-da-da. Embrace it.
Yes.
Please.
I agree.
Know that you don't know what's coming up on this show.
No, you don't. You don't.
And just know that probably for them, it was a very, very, very tough decision to whoever had to make that decision. And they probably made that decision, and then they sat back and went, okay, here we go.
Batten down the hatches.
It's a business,
yeah.
folks. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
This soap TV is a business. I mean, I hate to say that, but it is. And there's a lot of things. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle to make these soaps stay on the air.
And they have a lot less money now.
They have a lot less
than
money.
They did 20, 30, 40 years ago.
They do. And so it's just tough. And it's a shame when your character you love so much is being taken off. I totally get that for the fans. I get the frustration.
Yeah.
But it just
I
happens.
mean, there was a time Deidre Hall and Drake Holmes
Yeah.
were not on the show.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And we was all like, no, but guess what? We enjoyed everything else until they
came
returned.
back,
Yeah. So It's daytime, y'all. We'll be fine.
That's right.
Well, because if you stop watching the show, then the show is in danger. So, and if the show is in danger, and then when the show is off, then what you gonna do? You're gonna say, bring back days. And then you want me to sign a petition to bring back days.
Yes.
Keep it on by watching.
I agree.
That's it.
We'll get hits on it, but I don't care. That's how it is. We know how the world works. We know how it works.
Yeah. It's a tough industry,
It
you
is.
know. But
With large numbers of people on shows.
yeah, but what I do like and something that Freddie said was that now he has the opportunity to explore and do other content that he's wanted to do. And if you guys follow Freddie, if you guys know him, Freddie is a very determined and ambitious person.
He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure during those 8 days before he did the actual video, Freddie has a whole plan that he has constructed for himself and for Alyssa, and
Benji.
And so, and I know that this is going to be a great time for him to just explore, and then just think about when they do bring them back, the growth that he's going to have as a person, and then what they can bring to those characters.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Point. Yeah.
It's going to be great. We're going to be great, folks. We're doing great. All right, so before... Oh, no, wait. We're taking phone calls. Yeah. Let's take phone calls. Let's find out what you guys think about this week of days, about all the stunts and shows and shenanigans that we've talked about. You can let us know if you come into LA, if you have any questions, whatever. Oh, yeah, last week was our anniversary.
Yeah, it's your anniversary. I was here. Yeah,
we didn't get a chance to answer questions
that's right.
about Dishin Days.
Oh, that's right.
So if you got a question about Dishin Days, let us know. Number's 424-354-8302, 424-354-8302. We're going to take a couple of your questions, comments, concerns. Keep it cute. Keep it brief. It's all good. While we wait for phone calls, let's go ahead and show you what's going to happen next week on your favorite daytime soap, Days of Our Lives.
She's harboring a fugitive.
Game over. Anything you say can't.
Oh, I forgot that happens.
Without a fight.
Gabi has an app on her phone that can manipulate your heart.
No.
No, she wouldn't do it.
She really does
yeah.
that, or this is Lani daydreaming?
We don't
This is
know.
Lani
No.
daydreaming. She's not gonna do that. I hate it when they do this.
We'll see.
Gosh.
Listen, she had that button. She was like,
Yeah, that's not it.
well, we have a phone call. Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Was that playing through the phone calls? What was that playing through the promo?
It was.
Okay, we'll show it again.
We'll show it
because
again,
we were waiting for people to call in, but now we have a caller. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Kimberly from Maryland.
Hey, Kimberly from Maryland. Okay, so you can discuss what, because we were just like call in and say whatever. You can ask a question about Dishin Days. You can give a comment about all the stuff that we've talked about today. What's on your mind, Kimberly from Maryland?
My question is, out of all the stars on Days of Our Lives who haven't been on AfterBuzz, which is someone you would like to see on there?
Oh, I feel like I have a list of people. I would love for John Anderson to come in.
Oh my God.
I mean, if he's shady on the show, he'll fit in right in here. I'd love Lindsay Godfrey to come in.
She's fun.
Suzanne Rogers, I would love for her to come in. Who else would you guys like to see?
Has Drake been in here?
Drake has not been in.
Ooh, that would be
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah.
Drake would be really good. I'm just going through. You know,
You had a lot of the stars on here. You had a lot of
Yeah.
them.
I mean,
Yeah.
in 5 years we had a ton of people. I actually would like to talk to. I think his real name is William, the guy who plays Dr. Rolfe.
Oh, yeah.
I think people like that are interesting to talk to. Like people who kind of have these characters that they go in and out of. Like I think they would be great
would
to
be
talk
fun,
to.
yeah.
I mean that's my list. I think it's a beginning list, but those are the people. Anyone else you guys would like?
Oh, she's gone.
Anyone else that you guys would like to see?
You've had Allie Sweeney,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I guess I have, but you guys haven't had the pleasure.
Allie Sweeney.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh my
Allie.
God.
Yeah.
I think I haven't had a chance to meet her yet, but Jen Lilly, she just
Oh,
seems so
we loved her.
sweet.
She's so sweet.
She is.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
great.
she's adorbs.
She is.
She always would bake stuff when she came here, and she was very vested in the show.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. Well, that's a good list of people. We have another call. It's like we went into La La Land for a second. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, this is Mike from Hollywood.
Hey, Mike. Oh, Mike from Hollywood. It's been a while.
Yeah, I haven't called since the new 4 has been home.
Oh, yeah. I told you it's been a while because, yeah. So we're talking about a lot. Huh?
Happy anniversary, James.
Thank you, Mike from Hollywood. I remember you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you have a question or comment?
Oh, I have a comment. Can I give a shout out to that actor who played Gabby's henchman this week?
Oh, yeah, I don't know his name, but yes, little pacemaker techie.
Yes, I mean, you could have played that part, Tony, but he was giving so much side eye to everybody. I just loved him.
I mean, listen.
I actually thought that.
I thought
Tony could have done.
I thought that too. Can you imagine me and Camila in that scene together, like doing some stunts and shows and shenanigans? I mean, I'm just saying, but.
Yes, when Chad and Abby walked in, he just looked at them. I was like, he don't even care to be there.
He looked up like, dude, just trying to do my job. Like, you are in my way. That's how that was. Do you have any other thoughts?
So I had a question. I was wondering, do we think they getting rid of Gabby as well? Because basically they got rid of her whole circle.
I don't feel like they're getting rid of Gabby. I feel like this is that moment where I feel like the plan is about to crumble, but I don't.
But I'm saying, Galen's out, Chandler's out, Freddie's out. That's basically everybody that's her friend or family.
True.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't foresee anything. But then again,
I have this to say to the Days writers if they're listening about Gabby.
Okay.
I would like to say that she's got a point of view. She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment. Come on now.
You took me out with that. She is the moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to work that into my vocabulary.
Absolutely.
The 3 snaps rule might be like, you are in the moment, bitch.
In the moment, bitch. That's right. In the
Yes,
moment.
I live for that. I agree with you. I think that the way that they have Gabby now, she's definitely a firecracker, and I think we've all enjoyed that. So, yeah.
We need some villainous women on Days. Everybody else,
Always good.
Kristen is declawed. Kate is declawed.
true.
It's true.
She's the only villain.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
I agree. Because, listen.
Vivian's
the only one that's
gone.
got right to hate.
Yeah. Because we haven't. Yeah.
Sammy's gone. I mean, they're the
Yeah,
only
Sammy's
ones.
There'd be
gone.
nobody left.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the only quote unquote villain.
So we need Gabriela Hernandez to come in and Demira to come in and keep wrecking shop. I agree with you, Mike from Hollywood.
Yeah, good point.
I'm going to keep watching the show. I don't know if it's because the characters were gay that they're getting rid of them. I think it's more to do with they have very limited storyline because they're gay. They have to bring more gays in to interact with them. That's what I mean.
Yes. I can see what you mean about that. But then again, we don't know what's coming up for them over the next 6 months, 6 to 7 months.
Yeah.
So
It's tough.
Maxine's son. Bring Maxine's son.
There you go.
Listen, I have been all for that. I told y'all I had a dream. And that's
Another
how,
one?
No. The
We're
last
hearing the story again?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Blanche.
Okay,
yes, you
Shady
are.
Sunday.
But I'm just saying, like, I had a dream about it, and that's how the name Terrence came up.
Yeah.
But thank you, Mike, from Hollywood for calling in. It was great to hear from you. And keep watching.
Thanks. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Bye. All right, let's take our next caller.
There are a bunch of people calling.
There are. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Beth from Nashville.
Hey!
Nashville.
Oh, I feel like you said Beth, right?
Beth.
Yeah, Tony, you actually know me.
Beth! I know which Beth this is. I haven't seen you in years since like the Greenville events and stuff.
That is true, and I'm actually going to be in town in July to Christmas con, so hopefully I could try to.
God, everything.
Oh God, you just got Chelsea's bells a whistling.
The one in Pasadena? Oh, that is awesome.
And I just saw Jonathan Bennett was going to be a part of that one too.
it.
So, but yes, Beth. I mean, I'll be around. Let me know what's going on.
Oh, I will. I just wanted to mention to everybody that Stacey Haddock is killing it as Kristen.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. And I agree. And remember when she was here, I told her when she came onto the show, I was like arms folded, like, you ain't no Eileen Davidson.
Yeah.
But the second she opened her mouth as Susan Banks, I was like, sold.
Done.
Sold. And she has been killing it ever since. And it's because she knows the essence of the character. I think that's important. When you come to, you don't have to play it like someone played it, but you have to have the essence of them. And she took the essence and turned it into what she can do with the character, and it's been amazing. So I agree with you, Beth.
Yes, exactly. And I also just want to make a shout out to anybody, all the fans out there that watch it, to come find us on Facebook called Days Addicts. We've been around for over 10 years, and we've been sharing a lot of you guys, the AfterBuzz stuff on there. And
Thank you
so much. Everybody can check that out.
Yes, please do, because today, when I posted about our show, my comment got removed, and it said rule number 4, don't be posting no external live videos and stuff. So I can't post to that group until February 16th, but I just took myself out the group. Shady petty me. Okay. But thank you so much, Beth, for all of your support, and it's good to hear from you. It's been years.
Oh, I know. I mean, we're still friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I'll message you later on today.
Okay. I'll be around. I'm always on the Facebook book.
All righty. Well, it was great to talk to you guys.
Great talking to you, too.
Bye.
Bye, Beth.
Okay. Talk to you later.
All right. Yeah, Shady Group. It's just under.
Which group is it?
Oh, it just says Days of Our Lives, and I know they have like 56,000 people, and so I always just kind of go through and just post our show, and this was the first time that I ever got a message that said your post has been removed, and it showed me the rule, and it's like I get it, but also it's kind of like.
We're a show about Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, it's like come and talk about it. Like before you remove it, at least maybe do some research to go, oh, okay. Like and for some reason, I feel like one of the admin people that probably took it off are probably in the chat or probably watched the show. There's your shout out. Let's take another caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey guys, it's Me World.
Hello, Me World.
World.
Me World always sounds sneaky.
Yes.
Me World,
he's like incognito right now.
He's
on the run.
Yeah, it's like he gets on the I just imagine him in like a Carmen Sandiego like trench coat and he's using a payphone and he's like, hey everyone, it's Me World. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like I'm calling you from a secret location. Did y'all see my oh shiz moment of the week?
Payphone.
Gotta go.
What's up, Me World? Do you have a question or comment? You have a question or comment for us?
Actually, can I just say I really love this engineer guy that Gabi hired. Oh, he was such a hoot.
The pacemaker dude?
He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
So we need to find who he is, I guess. People are liking him.
Yeah. We're gonna have to tweet him out and say, everybody loved you. If you know what? Fans, if you know the name, let us know.
We can go on IMDb. Look at the episode.
Do you know how long that you find it?
We just look up. Yes, those 2 episodes that he was on. They'll have a cast list.
Okay, perfect. You do it.
Okay.
Because one time I scrolled through, there was so many people who are linked up to Days of Our Lives. I got tired. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Me World.
Yeah. So, did we kind of like, I think the show kind of skipped a scene between Thursday's episodes and Friday's episodes. Like the moment JJ saw the engineering guy with the pacemaker, and then after that the surgery happened. Do you think something may have happened between that?
Why would you think that?
I think because it was that moment of JJ recognizing him, so you kind of thought
it should lead to something.
Yeah, like maybe he was going to interject or something like that, and then it didn't.
They just cut for time,
and then it just and then it segued to like her being all right and fine and getting out of the hospital.
Just soap time.
Yeah,
nothing.
I think it was just something to like input in your head of something, because I think it's about to go down at this wedding. That's why JJ was so fidgety. I think he was trying to stall or something. Like, I'm like, them rings are in your pocket. It's like, your pocket ain't that deep. All you got to do is just give a little hip shake. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, okay. And then it's like in the pocket.
Yeah, but I feel like JJ might recognize him sometime during the past year.
Yeah.
Working with Gabi at some point.
Yeah.
And she might put two and two together. I mean, he had that conversation with Lani thinking that Gabi has changed her mind about the pacemaker, although he was totally wrong about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that at this wedding, it's about to go down.
Mm-hmm. I think he may have done something with the pacemaker, and that's what I think.
Oh.
I think something must have happened.
Well, no, because remember, on Gabi's phone, it said new device detected
or activated or something.
Yeah,
there's that too. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on Monday.
Well, Miro, thank you for calling in and thank you for your OSHA's moment of the week. We've already retweeted it out. So thank you for all the hard work that you do for putting into that, because I know editing that is a task in itself. So thank you for being committed to doing that every week. We really enjoy it.
Oh, thank you, Ab.
And I appreciate that. And some of the actors have enjoyed it too. I've seen some people, some of the actors like it and do it. So good job, Me World.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually got a few likes from a couple of actors like Camilla or Galen, few of them. Mm-hmm. So I really like seeing those.
Mm-hmm. Look at Me World.
Okay, coming up.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you again for calling in, Me World. We'll talk to you next week, I'm sure. Bye. Hey. Oh, hello, Skype. We'll take it. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
It's Mike Riley from New York.
Hey, Mike Riley.
Who? I'm kidding. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Hello.
First of all, thank you for the birthday wishes on Facebook. Much appreciated.
Yes, of course.
You're welcome. Oh, y'all follow him on the Facebook?
I do. Yeah. I do.
Okay.
Shady Sunday.
Happy birthday, Mike Riley.
Thank you. I have just two things about two people on the show.
Mm-hmm.
One, Gabi. Do you think that they got married in the town square because God wouldn't let her in church with a dress that short? I'm sorry. I mean, Camilla is beautiful and she looks stunning. But it is a winter outdoor wedding in the Midwest.
She's been wearing sundresses, but she's been dressing like that for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
And
like a video vixen.
And
no.
Come on, video vixen. You know what I like to think? That Horton Town Square has a dome.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
So when the weather is frightful, they just go.
And Ron
Is that why people go jogging through the town square?
Exactly. No shut up.
Yes.
That makes sense.
And Ron actually tweeted in response to that, because fans were like, "Why is she dressing like it's summertime?" And he goes, "Nobody tells Gabi what to wear."
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That is true. I believe it.
Galen, Rafe said the same thing during the wedding. Who is giving this bride away?
Mm-hmm.
No one tells my sister what to do. I'm like, okay, well,
She's
dang.
like, mm-hmm.
She's like, all right, well, ain't nobody giving her away. She chose to be here. So, all right, we'll all just sit down.
Yeah, it's the new nobody puts baby in the corner, right? Nobody tells Gabi what to do.
Very that. And then what's your second thing, Mike Riley?
Okay.
Not that
so
I'm rushing you.
That I know that you all are Ben and Ciara fans, but you put the topic on the table today. This is my issue with the comparison of the Abby and Ben situation.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, Abby had a mental disorder, DID, but it's a separate, distinct personality. Abby is really not responsible for what she did.
Mm-hmm.
But with Ben, my issue is that he needs to be on medication in order not to kill someone. So what happens if he and Ciara decide to get kinky in bed one night, and then all of a sudden you hear Ciara go, Ben, this tie is too tight. And he's like, oh, Ciara, I forgot to take my medication today. Like, what then? You know, I don't feel comfortable with Ciara dating someone that if he forgets to take a Flintstone vitamin, he's going to snap her head like a Pez dispenser.
Tammy,
You know?
what do you feel about that?
That's my issue.
Tammy.
Dang.
Well, yeah, I can't speak for this disorder that he has. I don't know what the technical term is. If it's manic depression, or I don't know what it is. But when you're in I do know with mental disorders, you are not you. You do things and you behave in ways that you wouldn't typically behave in. So, I mean, there's an actor, Maurice Bernard, has been very vocal about his bipolar disorder and depression. You know, he did things. He had the condition, went on medication, felt confident, I don't need this medication anymore, went off of the medication and did things that he normally, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, someone could have died. Nobody did. He went back on the medication and has been an advocate ever since. Anyway, circling back to Ben. Ben,
I mean,
you know?
it's just tough. Also, maybe because the person that they put him with was such a close family member of the people that he murdered. And I know it's you know, this soap in particular has a very small cast, so it's kind of hard not to
be related.
You know, to find someone who's not totally related in some way to someone. So I get it. And actually, I really do like Ben much better this time around. And I you know, I'm not taking the chemistry that they have away because they do have excellent chemistry. I mean, she's a great, like James was saying earlier, a great person to cast as Bo and Hope's daughter. And I do also just, if I may, just the actress that was there previously, she got a really bum rap, and I didn't think she was very good either. But just to give her a little positive, when she dealt with the rape storyline, she did really well there, and she was an excellent crier. I have to say, it's just her normal day-to-day delivery of lines wasn't amazing. So she did really well in like heightened emotional scenes. So I just wanted to give her a little positive kind of pat on the back there.
Everybody sees things differently on television.
Still Shady Sunday. So shady. So shady.
Everybody sees things differently on television, of course.
So shady. Couldn't let Mike Riley end on that positive note.
No.
Everybody see everything different on TV.
Nah.
Well, but who's to say that Abigail is not taking medication for her DID?
Is she?
Because you don't take medication for DID, you get integrated. That's the whole thing.
Right.
Well,
he told you.
Well, you know. Thank you so much, Mike Riley.
You guys have a good night.
Thanks, Mike Riley.
Thanks, Mike Riley.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't WebMD that.
You didn't watch
And
Life to
who's
Live.
to say she can't be unintegrated? Like, what keeps
Disintegrated?
it, you know?
I don't know. The word is.
Mike Riley, you're great. I just felt like I had to add that in case he's like, oh no, he hates me. No, I don't.
No.
We can never hate him. Never hate him.
Ryan, do we have any more phone calls? Was that it?
We still have some trickling in. None at this very second.
This will be our last one. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello. Oh, okay. I guess maybe not. Maybe that's not our last caller. All right. Well, they're not on. Bye. Sorry, we can't hear you. All right. So let's go back and replay the promo.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll wrap up our show. So, Ryan, if you can roll that beautiful Days footage.
There you go. Good.
Here we go. 3, 2.
Not the countdown.
She's harboring a fugitive.
Game over. Anything you say can and will be used.
And she's not going down without a fight.
Gabi has an app on her phone that can manipulate your heart.
I don't believe it.
Me neither, Tammy.
You think it's a dream?
I agree with you, Tammy.
They did this
I agree.
before,
They
don't
have.
believe it. Blah.
I mean, great promo,
Yeah,
but yeah.
Next week's
Good
gonna
promo.
be good at that wedding.
That
I
back.
can't wait.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
When Ciara hit Rafe,
That
like
was
boom. And she
awesome.
probably gonna be like, get your stuff, let go. And then there they go, on the run. Very Thelma and Louise, except it's Ciara and Ben. Bonnie and Clyde. Ba-dum, bang, 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 bang. Ba-dum,
On the
bang,
Run.
bang,
On the Run
bang,
is a
bang.
very plot
Yes,
device.
my
Yeah,
God.
it's an old school
On the
plot
Run.
device.
It's very soap plot.
Yes.
stuff.
Very soapy. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in to our wonderful show. James Lott Jr., happy 5-year anniversary.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Before we officially go, James Lott Jr., where can they find you?
You can find where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms.
And trust me, they cheat.
And you can
Inexpensive.
you can find me on
She's like,
Instagram at Chelsie Overocker and on Twitter at Chelsea Overocker.
You can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and on Insta at where, Ryan?
Tami.
Goveia.
Thank you.
And of course, you can find all of us on Facebook and You can find all of us on Facebook and Instagram, Dishin Days, or on the Twitter, _Dishin Days. And you can find little old chocolate me at Lounging with Tony on all social
And
media
support
platforms.
Tony. He's got a lot of projects going
More
on.
please.
Support
More
this
please.
man.
More please. Follow that.
Go to Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify. Look for my new podcast, More Please, every Tuesday. But until then, we will see you guys next Sunday for another full recap of your favorite soap opera Days of Our Lives. And we'll be joined by Kevin Spiritus next week, talking about his second season of his web series, After Forever. We'll see you next week. Bye y'all.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.